Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. This your boy Tail Biz. All right, check this out. So basically, B Simone. I'm not gonna even lie. I'm not a big follower of her, so I know who she is, and you know, for the most part, I know what type of things she talks about. But I know she has a history of sneak dissing men, and particularly black men, and saying she would never date a man who works a 9 to 5 and all that kind of stuff. She says she wants to date an entrepreneur. Now, for people that's gonna say, well, what makes you say she's talking about black men? Come on, man, cut the shit. When you hear women say they won't date a certain type of man, you already know who they talking about. At the end of the day, ain't no white man checking for no damn B Simone. But nevertheless, she's saying that she's in financial ruins as of right now. And she's saying, I think what made it funny, I'm not laughing at her situation if she claims she's broke. I'm laughing at the fact that she said, you know, I went from shopping at Bloomingdale's to H&M. Well, you know what, B Simone, that's another minus if you shopping at H&M. Don't you remember that racist ass shirt that H&M came out with, where people went in on them? So I just find that rather amusing that you said something like that. Hey, look on the bright side. At least you ain't resorted to shopping at DD's. But listen, I'm not even gonna lie. I gotta keep it a buck. It ain't how much you pay for your clothes. You know, it's how you look in your clothes. I'm gonna keep it 100, y'all. You know, about 15 years ago, Target and Walmart had god-awful clothing. But, you know, they upgraded a lot over the last 15 years, especially Target. Actually, you can get some really good stuff out of Target. So, you know, one thing about me, I'm a bargain hunter. I'm past the point to where I brag about how much I paid for something. At the end of the day, I'm going to just keep it a buck with you guys. Jeans are jeans. You know, I'm not even going to sit up here and try to perpetrate a fraud and make it look like you just need a certain type of jeans. As long as you look cool in them, it's about how you put your clothes together. You know, a lot of times when I go to these boxing events, a lot of people say that I'm well dressed and everything and stuff. So, and people ask me where I get this from, get that from. So, you know, I used to get a lot of my clothes from this store that closed down called Follows, but they went out of business. One of the many, you know, low-end retail stores, you know, that went out of business, you know, during the COVID era, you know, and that was unfortunate. I think they closed down, I think around 2021, but yeah, I used to go there. I used to get jeans for like, you know what I'm saying, for like anywhere between $10 and $15. And I ain't even gonna lie, every once in a while, if I go in DD's or something, I get a decent pair of jeans for like anywhere from $10 to $20. So it really depends. I mean, Bloomingdale's isn't all that. I think the problem is the superficial mentality that some of us still have. I'm thinking to myself, like I said, I used to think like that in my early 20s to like my late 30s, bragging about how much I paid for something. But I was thinking about this like, damn, I paid $600 for a fucking backpack, for an MCM backpack. I could have just, you know, got a replica for $70 that looked basically the same, and took the money that I spent on this official bag. Come to find out that pretty much all of them are made in China. You know, that's why I really don't be tripping off the whole real birth versus fake when it comes to sneakers. You know, because at the end of the day, all the kicks are made in China for the most part. You know, fucking factories are pretty much right next to each other. You know, only difference is certain type of glue and stuff, and that's just basically it. So, you know, I'm just past that point. So I just found it funny that she was talking about she was shopping at shopping at H&M. So, like, listen, my thing is, what happened to your money? You wasn't properly investing your money. But listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. Everybody has those times where they're down. You know, I done been in those type of situations. You know, when I when I decided to, you know, separate from the person that I was married to, shit, I built myself up pretty much from the ground up. So there you have it. But I just find that rather amusing that she basically said that you know, I used to be at Bloomingdale's and now I'm at H&M. Listen, B Simone. At the end of the day, it's plenty of clothing stores out there you can go to where you can look high, you know, high maintenance for on the low. Why don't listen to some of my sisters out there? Please help B Simone. You know, please help her find like decent stuff to wear. You know, at you know, on the low. I'm just keeping it 100. I'm just keeping it 100 because I just was thinking to myself like, damn. And I'm just like trying not to laugh. That seemed like a line. It almost seemed like a line from a movie. I don't know. It almost seemed like a line from a Tyler Perry movie. But when I just heard her say that, I was just like, okay. So y'all help her. Anyway, it's your boy Tim Biz. I'm out.